Hello, Aries. Welcome to your timeless reading. This is for Aries Sun, Moon, and Venus. I'm going to just get started with this timeless message. The first card that I pulled off camera for you guys is the Judgment card. And this Judgment card is depicted differently than we can normally see. This Judgment card has the Phoenix, also the representation of an egg, which stands for a new birth, a new beginning, a new version of yourself that is rising from some destruction, something that has been restructured in your life, either recently or will continue to take place in the near future. This Judgment card signifies a change that is more so out of your control, Aries. It's a necessary change. It's for you to be birthed in a new way, to see yourself in a new way, to even view transformation differently, and how you transform, and how each transformation that you go through will never look identical. Yes, we go through cycles, things that look similar to previous experiences that we've had, but no two experiences exactly the same. So with the Judgment card here, I feel as if Spirit is calling you at this moment, no matter what is being restructured in your life right now, to release your need to control. If there is a change, unexpected change happening in your life, some things, as I think that we are all beginning to understand, is out of our control, but that does not mean that we lack control or have no say of how we want the trajectory of our future to look. You have change. So this is heavily a change that is coming to you. It's going to continue to transform in your life over possibly the next few weeks, the next few months even. And at the bottom of the deck, you have healing, which is a large part of the change that is taking place in your life. It could be spiritual healing, it could be emotional healing, and it could also, of course, be physical healing. Every Aries situation is going to be different. I did see 222 on the clock, so this is Spirit's subtle way of saying no matter what changes are coming into your life, it is actually for the betterment of your life. It is for healing. And again, as we mentioned with the Judgment card, to see a new version of yourself to yourself. This could heavily have to do or be connected to your spirituality, clearing, courage, divine love, and faith. You also have awakening. Absolutely, Aries, you are absolutely going through an awakening. I'm going to keep shuffling though. And as I mentioned, viewing change differently, being less critical of the things that need to change in your life. Aries, Spirit has clearly a large message to you with surrender and letting go. A lot of messages want to come out, but we're only going to do the most essential messages for you right now in this timeless message around change in your life. And yes, so again, confirmation of Spirit to say, try not to hold on so tightly to the things that need to change. You have divine abundance, and you also have your path. Your path says, "Dear Lord, help me trust that there is a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusions." So your fears are the things that, your response to your fears are the things that keep you safe from having your fears reenacted, from having painful moments reoccur and take place again in your life, when that is not something that you want. You don't want to continuously subject yourself to pain, so your fears keep that from happening. You completely avoid it by trying not to experience it. But I believe that you are speaking to Spirit, you are speaking to God, the universe, however you depict the source that created us all. You are speaking to them and asking them to help you with trusting this unfolding of your life in this current moment. Again, the things that you cannot control, you know who is in control, the divine. the creator, the source of all life. And when you realize, okay, so I'm holding on to reins so tightly that I actually have no control over, like whether I let the reins go or not, my life is going to be steered divinely. And that doesn't have to bring me fear. It can bring me more comfort and faith in again, the source of all creation. You also have divine abundance. You were born to align with love's will. Follow the Tao and serve something beyond the ego. Learn to be abundant, not chase it, Aries. So this is especially an important message for you in regards to how you approach your abundance that is changing for you. At the bottom of the deck, you have individuality. Every person has their own personalized study plan in this earth school. So what this tells me is that Spirit has a plan for you. Spirit has a plan for you. That is a part of your path. At this point, we are all here to learn. We're all here to learn, to not judge one another, because we are all here to learn, because we are not born with the ultimate knowledge. And at the end of all life, no one has the ultimate knowledge. No one has it all. So why do we strive for that kind of knowledge? Why do we still strive for that kind of existence when we can just exist as we are, as who we are meant to be? Okay, which you, Aries, you are meant divinely to be abundant. Let's see what else Spirit wants to let us know in regards to your change. Okay. For Aries, thank you. Bottom of the deck, trust. Spirit is asking you heavily, can you trust me in these times of uncertainty? When things that once were familiar are not so familiar anymore. But this is magically so, because Spirit is only here to show you, to bring you magic in your life. I think the change that is unfolding is going to seem very magical to you. At first, you're not going to want to believe it. It feels like with the Judgment card here as well, it's like, I wanted a certain experience in my life, and this goes beyond exactly what I was expecting. And that's a good feeling to have. You have 2 cards that popped out. I'm going to keep shuffling just to ensure that the energy is for you, Aries. So, the change that is taking place in your life is mystical, is magical. You are magical, or you have found yourself connecting to your divine magic. You have the Trine energy coming out. And trines are an aspect in astrology. Angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow is coming into your life at this time. And that's exactly what it is that you have been meant to live in a flow. Capricorn energy at the bottom of the deck, meaning that you are actually quite used to working harder rather than going with the flow. Ambition, realism, and methodical steps. But there is a way to take methodical steps, to take planned and slow steps in order to get to the goals that you want. You have to have trust that you will get there to your end goal. You will receive what it is that you are seeking, and that starts with change. So maybe it's you want to change your physical appearance, but you have to start with the more challenging aspect. With the 5 of Wands here, you have to start with the more challenging aspect and do the harder part of changing a physical body, whether that be working out or changing lifelong habits, eating habits that we have. That's not a simple task, and no one should ever make it seem like it is. So if whatever it is for you, Aries, that you know or intuitively may know that there needs to be a change, know that yes, it's not ideal, like to especially switch up the way that you do certain things, but it's ideal for the outcome. You also have the 8 Yes, the Eight of Pentacles with prudence. That's such an interesting word because it makes me think of like being more being more like withheld financially, being more of a saver, less of a spender. But you also now do have the Ten of Pentacles. So the abundance that is coming to you, whether in physicality, spirituality, like you feel like you are learning more about your spirituality. That doesn't normally come out in the Pentacles, but I did feel it as an aspect of your abundance. Spirit is saying that you have worked hard for this. You have been very dedicated. You have been very dedicated to the things that you feel ambitious about and towards. And that also, like, putting in that work has absolutely contributed to your abundance, your wealth. But there is also a letting go process as well. It's a give and a take. I'm putting effort in, but I'm also drawing back to allow Spirit to guide all of the energy to make all of the things happen that I would like. So the Ten of Pentacles talks more, like much more than just, oh, you know, I got a check in the mail. It's a feeling of wealth, an energy of wealth, and what that looks like for you, Aries. And this is a timeless reading. So whenever you see this reading will be the timing for you. You do have a lot of 5 energy coming out, with 5 being in the change and the 5 of Wands. So 5 to 10, weeks, 5 to 8 weeks, 5 to 8 months. It depends on what it is that your goals are. But a part of your path is to actualize these goals for yourself. You also have the Knight of Wands. And with this kind of energy in the Knight of Wands, you absolutely will make your goals a reality. As I said, you don't lack ambition, Aries. You actually are very, with the Three of Pentacles, work at the bottom of the deck. You get to it. Like, you are very eager to just get to the task at hand, so that you can exert your energy in other ways once the task has ended. So the Knight of Wands with the Ten of Pentacles here, this is a very fiery and earthy reading right now. You could have a lot of fire and earth in your chart. You did have Capricorn come out. So grounding yourself amidst the excitement, which may not be the easiest either. It's like, we talk about trust when things are difficult, but we don't talk about trust when things are exciting and when we are ready to be on go, but certain changes need to happen before we can full out go for what it is that we desire. And again, with Judgment being the first card that you have out and being a major arcana, Spirit wants you to know that, a large part of what is changing is your outlook on yourself. And that is going to help you, again, tap into your divine abundance, accept your wealth, the wealth of living in your authenticity on your path, and actually having the universe bless you for that. You also have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords, and I believe this is the Lover's card in this deck with art. With that in mind, at the bottom of the deck, you have the Six of Swords. Okay, so you do have some mindsets that you are moving away from at this time. Again, it has taken you a lot to come to this conclusion internally, but you know that it is what is best for you is to let certain mindsets about yourself go. And in the midst of letting this go, moving away, you come into contact with your magic. You harmonize with yourself. I feel like in a way that you have been eager to experience being in harmony with yourself. That's a different feeling than being, in harmony with another person. That's a whole other energy. But to be in harmony with yourself, to know yourself, to be tapped into your own magic is an absolute blessing. And I know that that's what we are all striving for, is to know and be in tune with our magic as deeply as possible. So it feels as if this is a shedding process for you, Aries, a releasing in order to accept a new skin, a new identity, a new way of being and existing in your own divine abundance, because that has literally come out for you twice. And like I said, the effort, the work, the attention that you are putting towards yourself in order to make this a reality is going to be a payoff. It's literally going to pay off. You're going to see a return of like your individuality, because I know that that is very important in Aries. It is going to be a return to your vitality, your energy, your strength in mind and body, and even in spirit as well. So you have inner child work, and at the bottom of the deck you have speak. Your words shape and create your reality. When you speak, the universe listens and responds accordingly. Speak wisely, Aries. Speak into existence what it is that you want, and speak into existence what it is that you want to release, because just because you say that you don't want it doesn't mean that you are releasing the feelings that have made you think that that's what you deserve in the first place. I know that that might be a very deep thing for some people, where they are thinking that they are manifesting, and they are manifesting, but the things that they're speaking onto themselves that they don't want is also manifesting what they don't want. And there are plenty of videos on the internet that show us how to unravel the thinking that we're using in that energetic space. But for inner child work, the little one inside you is waiting. It's time to face those childhood fears, heal, and feel safe. Okay, so you probably really haven't felt safe in a long time. Safe in yourself, safe in your identity, safe to exist, to take up space when you need it to speak up for yourself, but speak in a manner that actually mirrors what it is that you, again, are trying to manifest and bring into this world. So doing inner child work will absolutely help with the changes that are taking place in your life. Your inner child is trying to learn how to get used to change. Change might not have been the most favorable aspect of your life, Aries, growing up, or it just happened a lot and you had very little time to be able to adjust or to make sense of the changes that happened in your life. So this is your opportunity to get comfortable with change and to know that all change is not bad change. All change is not bad change, and that we don't have to be in control in order for things to work out well for us. At the bottom of the deck, you have Venus in Sagittarius with flirtation. And you also have Mars in Leo with egotism. Okay. And so I have read in many places recently where ego is actually like a healthy dose of ego is a very good thing to have, because we all need to know ourselves in this world. We all need to know who we are in existence in our own reality. And without ego, we would be lost, and without identity, without knowing ourselves. And ego can be something that turns into arrogance. It could be something that turns out to be not as healthy because of an over exuberance of ego. But having a good dose of it is important. So the Mars in Leo is basically saying, beware of self-delusion. know that you are know that you are the shit without having to be boastful, like overly assertive or like harsh towards others. And be careful of the imbalance, because especially with the Page of Swords, you're probably learning how to speak. I was gonna say like speak to others as if you are speaking to your inner child, but not to say like speak to people like they are children, because that is not the same. As a child, I'm sure you wanted people to take you more seriously than you were actually taken seriously. So you have the card of November. So at the time of this recording, it is May. So that could be November of 2022, or just the next upcoming November for you, where these changes are taking place in your life, where you are going to start speaking up for yourself, knowing a lot about your mental space, knowing a lot about your creativity and how it is connected to your health, how you feel healthy when you feel creative and like ambitious, have the ambition to create. We also have door opportunities are waiting for you. So it could be even more opportunities in November, but opportunities overall, Aries, is coming up for you. An opportunity to recognize your magic, an opportunity to accept healing, to accept the flow in life. It's different kinds of opportunities. Every door is going to be different for every person that is unlocking. And then you also have Cain, pay attention to your health. So not even just in the month of November, because that is the energy for these cards, but overall, pay attention to your health at this time. It's something that also came up, I feel like, in the Ten of Pentacles earlier. We were talking about how you want to be in your prime health in order to live out your divine abundance, to live out your purpose in life. And you don't want to be in pain when you have all these other goals. Not even goals. That's not experiences. Life should be about experiences where we look at each moment differently than just trying to achieve something, Aries. At the bottom of the deck, you have flute, disappointment, and a friend or lover, okay? So this is all about, at this time, this is all about you and what you can provide for you, because other people will be dealing with their own life experiences. And if you are expecting something from someone, having a little more leeway to the changes that may be going on in their life that you are unaware of, because you know that there's changes in your life. So if I'm experiencing this, I can't imagine what so-and-so is experiencing. So I'm not going to let this be a disappointment or for me to view a person differently. I'm just going to accept the changes in their life, embrace the changes in mine, and meet in a more peaceful state when I figure out what is best for my health. Okay, Aries, I hope you enjoyed this timeless reading. If you did, please let me hear about it in the comments down below, and I will see you in another reading. Peace.